What up, you guys? Slim here at Team Purple Panda. I'm back with a new video. I'm glad everyone has been viewing and looking at the video segment that I started called Slim's Card Discussion. And I did my first one yesterday on a tour guide of the underworld. I've been getting a lot of good positive feedback, a lot of views on it. And like I said, it's a new segment I'm trying out, to get people to bump my videos up, get more subs. And basically what the rules are, you send me an inbox idea or you comment on something and you leave me, feedback of something you want to hear, anything you want me to make into a video, and I'm going to do it. So I'm back here again with the second card discussion, and this one was sent to me by my trade channel, so shout out to you. You guys go check out the channel, good content. This one is going to be on Maxx C. For people who don't know, Maxx C's been around for a little while actually. If I recall correctly, I'm actually going to look it up because it's been a while. It came out in, believe it was Storm of Ragnarok. Let me see if I'm right. Yes, I'm right. Came out in Storm of Ragnarok. It was a level 2 insect, and it was a secret rare. 500 attack, 200 defense, and its effect was, or is, you can activate this effect during either player's turn. That's GG right there. By sending this card from your hand to the graveyard this turn, each time your opponent special summons a monster, you draw one card. You can only activate one Maxx C once per turn, obviously. So this card, when it first came out, got a lot of hype because it was supposed to be the anti-Samurai card. If everyone remembers when Samurais came out with Storm of Ragnarok, Gateway was still at 3 because we hadn't hit March 1st yet. We were still in February. And what happened is that you play gateway, you go synchro crazy into making Shein and then making like Naturia Beast or Naturia Barkion, and people thought that if I drop Maxx C, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll see that each time you do something, I'm going to draw a card, and maybe I'll draw something that wins me the game. Maybe I'll draw Gores or something that gives you a hard time. And this was supposed to be the card that kind of slowed down Samurais, and I mean, maybe it did. I personally didn't encounter it for the time I played Samurais, and for people who know me, I played Samurais 4 times, 4 separate times, and I never encountered Maxx C, so I was lucky, I guess. But it didn't do that well. It came out, it was valued at like $25–30, which is really a lot for a new card that comes out, and it was broken. I mean, I can see why it was broken because everyone thought, wow, every time you synchro, I'm gonna draw a card. So basically, it was baiting your opponent, which is really cool. You want to piss your opponent off. I mean, it'll hinder their plays, which is I think always a good strategy. It's ironic. Maxx C, and I actually have a C. Got my Reds fitted on today. It's ironic. I love it. There's always something to discuss the fitted. I swear to God, every video there's always something that relates back to the fitted. But back to Maxx C. So Maxx C did, like I said, came out. It did all right. I mean, it wasn't that great. But now I think Maxx C has the time to shine. A lot of people will argue that it's not that great a card, but I can see where it does have its potential. If everyone remembers that a lot of these decks these days are running one particular little card that pisses a lot of people off. It goes by the name of Tech Genis Hyper Librarian. I don't know if you've heard of it, but if you haven't, maybe you should check it out. It's just this little broken synchro monster that every time you synchro summon, you draw a card. I know, right? Every time a monster is synchro summoned, you draw a card. That is broken. That is why plants have, been so successful. That's another reason Tech Genis won Nationals. For people who don't know, go and check out my video. I have the discussion on that. Tech Genis won. So people are wondering, what do we do with Maxx C now if we still have it? People are saying Maxx C is valued around $10 to $13, and I think that's right. I don't know. It's been a long time. But Maxx C is actually an interesting card right now. So imagine this. You're playing against a plant deck. They do their little crazy lone fire, let's get dandy, let's go doppel, let's make shit plays, and you drop Maxx C. Now, you drop Maxx C, and your opponent has to decide at that point in the game, am I going to continue to make my synchros, or am I going to stop and, make another play? Because the problem is that, with each special summon that happens, you're going to draw a card. So if you go Lone Fire, the minute you go Lone Fire and they drop Maxx C, the minute you summon that second Lone Fire or Dandelion or Spore or whatever, your opponent's going to draw a card. So right there in the game, you have to decide: am I going to continue special summoning or am I going to stop? Because at the end of my turn, Maxx C will no longer be in effect. So then the player has to decide at that point: am I going to give my opponent advantage, or am I really going to try to push to win the game? I mean, if they draw Gores, or if they're running Frognarks and they draw Fader, I mean, you really get screwed because you gave them all that free plus by while you were special summoning and going through your best cards. Especially now, like I said, with Librarian out, with all the synchros you can make, you drop Maxx C, and they're really going to debate whether they're going to continue or not, because they will draw, but you too will draw. So it breaks down to, how are you going to go about making this play? Because Maxx C can definitely, stand in your way, and then you have to decide, okay, if I decide not to continue special summoning, could I lose next turn? It's always, a possibility they draw Dark Hole and attack you directly, and you have no way to come back. However, if you do decide to continue special summoning, note that your opponent will gain advantage off that. Maybe they won't draw what they need, but Maxx C is definitely deadly, and a really good discussion card, I think, right now in this current format, considering that, we have Exceed Summon, so that's a new summon. So all the Ultimate Offering and all the other decks that are coming out that are going to special summon stuff, Maxx C is, a good card. I think it's worthy of side decking, maybe just one. I don't think people need to side deck more than one. It's in the class of Valor, where it's a drop trigger effect, so you have to drop it from your hand. And the thing is that Maxx C, it has to be sent to the graveyard. So if you're playing someone that runs DeFi, you're not going to be able to activate Maxx C. So you have to keep that in mind. Like I said, with a lot of the decks that are special summoning so much, Maxx C is definitely something that will hinder your plays. And like I said, as a player, you have to decide: am I going to continue on doing my special summons to win the game, or am I gonna let it go and then possibly lose the game next turn? So basically, at the end of the day, when it comes to Maxx C, it all depends all kind of conjures up to how your play style is. Are you willing to take a risk? Are you willing to, push as hard as you can and win, hopefully win? Or are you going to play conservatively and say, okay, I'm done, and let your opponent come back? Because either way, your opponent's going to draw a card. So you have to look at it like that, and that, honestly, I think is what makes Maxx C a very interesting card, especially in this current format and upcoming format where special summoning is just big. So that's all I got to say on Maxx C. Once again, shout out to my trade channel for this video idea. This is card discussion number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, keep subscribing, keep thumbsing up everything. Keep sending me ideas for card discussions, deck discussions. I have a deck discussion coming up that I actually have to research myself, so I got a lot of that coming up. So it's going to be another busy day, but we're going to roll out a lot of videos by the end of today. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Maxx C is a good card. I would definitely, if you have it, try it out in your side deck. It may work for you, it may not, but it is a good card and it is worthy of a discussion. I'm glad that I got the chance to speak on this card. And that's all I got to say, you guys. Everyone have a good day. The videos will continue to roll out throughout the day, and thank you for watching.